It is time for a battery upgrade. So today I'm going to upgrade the batteries in my Ranger bass boat with these 12 volt 100 amp hour lithium batteries from Enjoybot. You know, I don't think enough anglers put the thought, care, and planning into their batteries as they should. Batteries are the heartbeat of your boat. And so I'm kind of on the opposite end of that spectrum. Like, I want the best of the best. I want to be able to know, I just kind of want to have batteries I set and forget and never have to worry about. And so I was looking for a battery upgrade, primarily because I'm so tired of worrying about juice. I'm tired of worrying about power, and I wanted a bigger battery. I'm currently running the 80 amp hour Tracker Marine lithium batteries, and they've been okay. I had one die on me, so it looked like it was a time that it was a good time to upgrade, right? I had 3 of them, and one of them died. I had it replaced really quickly, but I felt like, you know what, these other 2 are probably going to do the same thing. Tracker Marine lithiums don't have the best reputation, so I was looking for another option, and then I came across Enjoybot, a 100 amp hour battery. Lithium battery, has all the features you need and want out of a lithium battery for your trolling motor, and I took a chance on it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take you inside my house. Actually, we're actually going to unbox them. I'm going to tell you everything I like about it, what I might not like about them, and why I chose to go with them. And then we're going to install them, and then we are going to put them through kind of a torture test. I'm going to fish all weekend on them without charging them, without touching them, without doing anything. And we're going to see how they last. Okay, I brought you guys into my house so we can unbox this thing so you can actually see, you know, what you're getting here. And first things first, when I bought these, I thought they were coming from China. You know, so I figured, okay, I'm going to have to wait 6 weeks to get them. No, they actually came from California, and I'm in North Carolina, and I got them in 3 days after I ordered them. They shipped them via FedEx, and in 3 days, I had 3 boxes that looked just like this at my doorstep. So I was really pleased with that. They're super duper quick shipping. So that was really, really nice. So if you're wondering where they're coming from, they're actually coming from California. So we're going to bust into this thing. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when you unbox it. First thing, it's packed really, really well. You guys know those delivery guys, they don't care about your stuff, and sometimes they throw it all around and throw it on your doorstep, bounces around the truck. This is packed super, super well. Look at that. So they did not spare any expense with the packing material. Really nice, and I appreciate that because I paid a lot of money for these, right? And then here's the battery. So I have owned several different battery types or from different manufacturers. And this battery here, I don't know that I've bought a battery before that had this much documentation with it. It comes with a lot of documentation that I advise you to look at and read so you kind of know the finer details of the battery. It tells you just certain things that you need to know. It tells you you need to make sure these are fully charged up before you try to use them for the first time. It just kind of gives you the nitty gritty of the information here. And me kind of as I've been around batteries for a while now. I kind of understand it, but for the newbies out there, you definitely should read this and skim through it at least. Now, let's take this thing out. There it is. That is your Enjoybot 12 volt 100 amp hour battery. So let's look at it. Let's take a gander. Comes with these 2 plastic clips here, and this is really cool. I personally have never seen a battery where all you need to install the terminals is a Phillips head screwdriver. Check this out. This is so cool, and this is going to really, really help me when I'm going to install these things. And I'm going to tell you why. Here's my Phillips head screwdriver. I'm just going to get it started. And then I'll be able to use a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten everything down. And for me, that's so awesome because, you know, when you're going to install batteries all the time, you You've got to find a socket wrench. You've got to find the right size of that socket wrench. Now, all anybody needs is a freaking Phillips head screwdriver. This is the coolest thing, in my opinion. I'm sure there's other companies that do this, but this is the first time I've seen it. And for me personally, I really like that. And it's going to make me, or make installing these with my trolling motor and with my power pole charging system a lot easier, because I don't have to worry about socket wrenches and all that kind of stuff. So again, big fan, big fan of that feature right there. It also comes with these rubber caps here. And I personally, there's another one right here. I personally have not seen another battery come with these before, but this, what you do is you run your power cables or your terminals through here, and then you pop these caps on just like this. And what that does is it helps you just in case something crazy is going on in here and you touch metal to metal, and you have a short. So that's nice that they give you these. And so we'll definitely install these as well. These holes look a little small. I think I'll be able to push because they're rubber, so they're pliable. And so we'll be able to do what we need to do with those, I think. A little small, but I think that'll work just fine, actually. So that's nice that they've given you this. Let's talk about some of the features of the battery. What were some of the things I was looking for when, I wanted a battery? And the big thing for me was the 100 amp hour battery. So what does this number mean? Okay, what does 100 amp hours mean? Let's just make it super simple, all right? 100 amp hour means the bigger this number, the more battery you're getting. The longer you can go, the harder you can go on this battery. That's what that means. I've owned a few different brands of batteries. I've owned the Ionic 50 amp hour batteries, and I've owned the Tracker Lithium 80 amp hour batteries. That's what I have in my Ranger right now. Well, this, just by doing some simple math, is 20% bigger and better than the battery I have now. Okay, so what's that mean? It means I can fish harder and fish longer. If you're serious about your bass fishing, if you don't want to have to worry, if you like to fish for days at a time and without having to worry about charging, you need to get as big of a battery as you can. And so that was one of the things I wanted. I wanted a 100 amp hour battery because I travel a lot, and sometimes finding a charging source while you're traveling it's actually really hard. So the bigger this number is, the less you got to charge. The bigger this number is, the longer you can go. So that was a big thing for me. Another feature that I really did care about was how can I put this? Well, essentially the warranty. How confident is this brand? How confident is this company in their battery? And they're so confident in it, they're giving you a 10-year warranty for the actual battery. 10 years. If anything happens to this battery after a decade of using it, or during a decade of use, they'll replace it. So that says a lot about their belief in the battery. It says a lot about their manufacturing process. That's kind of a big deal. 10-year warranty on a lithium battery. So that they're confident in their battery, and they've kind of put their money where their mouth is. So that's really nice to know. A couple of other things you may find interesting. The battery is waterproof, IP65 rated. So what's that mean? Well, the battery's never going to be used, by me anyway, underwater, right? It's never going to be encased in water. But it's in a boat. Crazy things happen in a boat. Rain. It's actually in your bilge compartment, which is sometimes water gets in your bilge compartment. So it's nice to know that if anything happens crazy and the battery does get submerged, it's 100% waterproof. That's very nice to know. Another thing, not about just this battery, but with lithium batteries in general, 100% maintenance free. If you are still using wet cell batteries that you have to pop the cap off, pour in some distilled water every couple of months to make sure your batteries stay topped off and you can get the max life out of them, you just need to stop. Like that's just old school. You shouldn't be doing that anymore. These are literally maintenance free. You install them and you forget about them. All right. Make sure they stay charged, and that's it. So maintenance free 100%. And again, that's basically all lithium batteries. But again, that's one of the reasons you should be fishing, or you should be using lithium batteries, just because they're maintenance free. The days of old wet cell batteries, you shouldn't be doing that anymore. Another thing is not necessarily for me, but with the guys up northern part of the country. So the guys that are living Michigan, New York, I don't know, Maryland, all those states where it gets cold and stays cold for a majority of the year, this will apply to you. Low temperature cutoff protection. All right. So what's that mean? If you try to charge a lithium battery and it's below 32 degrees, it could damage the battery. Well, they have a built-in system in here where it can sense the temperature, and if it is below 32 degrees, it won't accept a charge. It'll wait until until the temperature is above 32 degrees. So for the guys up north, it's cold there a lot. This battery will protect itself from you in case you do try to charge it and it's below 32 degrees. So that's a nice little feature, that low temperature cutoff protection. And it even tells you right here, it gives you a little warning: do not charge the battery under 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees. Now, are you wondering if it will work when it's less than 32 degrees? Actually, yes. Lithium batteries work if it's less than 32 degrees. In fact, Enjoybot says it'll work down to -4 degrees and up to 140 degrees, I think. So absolutely, yes, it will work for you no matter what the temperature is. Just don't try to charge it if it's less than 32. And if you do, it'll protect itself from you. Another thing, weight. You can pick this up. Let's see if I can pick it up with one finger. Yep, I can. One finger. Doing curls with it. One finger. What's this thing weigh? About 24, 25 pounds, something like that. I don't know the exact spec, but it's something between 20 and 25, depending on the size battery you get. So it's light. So what's this mean for bass boat guys, for the tournament guys? You put these in your boat, you may, if you're currently running old wet cell, super heavy, or AGM batteries that are super duper heavy, 70-pound batteries, if you upgrade to a lithium battery, if you upgrade to Enjoybot battery here, you're going to take a lot of weight out of your boat. So what's that mean? It might mean your boat goes faster. You could probably see up to 2 mph speed boost by upgrading to lithium batteries. A lot lighter. It also makes installing it a lot easier. You can move these around so much easier with one hand. Right? So yes, the weight thing is a big deal for me. I like that they're lighter. And I just picked up the strap. Real quick on the strap. The strap is removable. I don't know if I'll remove these or not after I get them installed. I don't know why you would want to. It kind of makes it a much more seamless presentation maybe, once you get it installed in your boat. So, I don't know. But if you're set up, if you want to have them removed, you can remove them that easy and add them back that easy. So that's a nice little feature too that they've given you. So yeah. Okay, so if you were wondering what the voltage is on these batteries, brand new, out of the box, out of the shipping container, we're going to check that for you. So brand new, never used, never been put on charge or anything, straight from the factory, 13.04 volts. So I did a little research and they said the normal operating range is about 12.8 volts. So these come from the factory, charged from the get-go. At least this particular one did. I've got 2 other ones. We'll check to make sure. But in case you were wondering, this is where we are right now, 13.04 volts. Let's talk about finally the price of this battery. What you're getting a lot of features, but what are all these features kind of cost you? And why did I decide to go with this battery? This battery has an MSRP of over $600, $609, I think, right? But you can get it far, far cheaper. In fact, you can get it right now for $280. Right, on their website. So at $280, is this battery worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Based on everything I've seen, based on all the features I wanted, based on this big number right here. All right, I'm going to be able to fish for days, maybe even over a week without charging now. You know, it's a big deal. So is it all worth it? Is it worth $280? Absolutely. Absolutely it is. Because there's other companies you can go with and get less battery, but have to pay more for it. Now, will the battery last? Will it give you everything? Will it give you everything you need in 5 years from now? Well, I'm not a time traveler, so I can't go in the future and tell. But if this battery holds true to everything that it offers, it is an absolute steal at $280. And that was a big reason I decided to go with it. I'm able to get a 100 amp hour battery that has all these features of it that I was really wanting, really looking for. And now I can save a lot of money in the process. So is it worth $280? Yes. So what size is this battery? They had two models. They had a 24 group size model, and then they had a 31 group size model. I went with the 31 group size. The 24 group seemed to be a little bit newer and didn't have any reviews on it yet. And this had raving reviews, the 31 group size. So I went with the 31 group. The problem with that is, and if you don't know the difference between a 24 group size and a 31 group size battery, the lower that number, there's 24, 27, and then 31, the lower that number, the smaller the battery, right? So a 24 group size battery is going to be about this size. A 27 group battery is going to be about this size. And then a 31 group battery is this whole 13 inches long battery here. So what's that mean for me? Well, I currently have 27 group trays in my bilge compartment. So we're going to have to upgrade our trays to fit this. And what I did is I went to my local marine store, which was Collins, and I purchased 31 group size tray. So we'll install these just like this, and then we'll sit them inside of our tray, just like that. Now they'll stay safe and secure inside of our bilge compartment while we're running down the lake. Once we get them bolted in here or screwed in here, they're not going anywhere. And it did come with the straps here, so we'll be able to strap them down ultimately, kind of similar to that. So yeah, so now there's really nothing left to do. You know all about the battery. I've given you all the information, why I like them, why I wanted them, the price of them, what they offer you, what they give you, the warranty, all that stuff. Now I've got to go outside, install them, and then put them to hard use and give them a good review. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so here is the completed install. All right, so I have two of the 12-volt batteries on the right side here, and then over here on the left side we have one 12-volt battery, and so they're wired up in series. All right, So I don't want to get into a whole bunch of technical stuff here, but to get a 36 volt trolling motor to work, at 36 volts, you need 3 12-volt batteries wired up in series. So that's what we've done here. I'll put a diagram somewhere to show how that works, and just in case you do need to know. Also, I do have the power pole charge. Okay, so we're going to get in the power pole charge next, because we have to make some configuration changes in there, because we've upgraded our batteries. They're now 100 amp hours, and that charge was originally configured to run with 80 amp hour batteries. So we're gonna make a small change in there. But this is the finished product. It's pretty clean, right? I did decide to keep the the handles on here, just in case. I'd probably lose them if I took them off. But I think it's a pretty clean setup. I love the batteries. I like the orange, the way they look. The install was just really easy. I mean, the hardest part was getting the old trays out and putting the new trays in that match this battery size. But I'm a big fan. I really am already. Just have to put them on the water and give them a torture test. But now, like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to get in this power pole charge, make some configuration changes, and take a look at what our voltages are. Okay, so now we're actually going to go into our Sea Monster app. You can see right there, Sea Monster, and we are going to connect into my power pole charge. And as you can see, if you remember from our unboxing the other day, we had 13.04 volts. Now we're reading 13.41. I did put each one of these chargers, or each one of these batteries, on a charge individually, and I got them to 100%. That way I know they're all the same. You need to do that. All right, so you need to, in order to make sure all your batteries are the exact same percentage, I guess I should say, just charge them all up individually. If you have a 3-bank charger, that'll work. Just make sure they're all fully charged so they're at the same level. All right, so but I previously had set this up with 80 amp hour batteries, so now we're going to make a small change in here. We're going to go to configure charger. And you can see 80 amp hours right there. And so we're going to click that, and we're going to say we want to upgrade, or we want to increase that to 100. We'll say done. Now we'll say update, and successful. Charger battery configuration updated. So we're good to go with that now. Now the charger, the power pole charge will better be able to, it'll give it, make sure those batteries stay topped off. Go to boat controls. So yeah, and by the way, this is how I have my charge configured while I'm out on the water. I want to make sure my cranking battery gets plenty of juice, so I have that set just on the, favoring the engine cranking battery for my charge priority. It's kind of a big deal to me. You can change this around if you want to go this way, or again, we'd like to keep it back right there. Okay, we just finished up 2 really hard days on the water with these Enjoybot batteries, and let's just cut to the chase. Like, I love them. I really, really like them. I mean, didn't show any signs of slowing down, no issues whatsoever. Again, just like I said earlier in the video, I just wanted something I can set it and forget it and never have to worry about it. And those batteries paired up with the power pole charge, I think I got that. I see no reason, based on the charge levels using the power pole charge app, I see no reason why I literally couldn't fish a week without worrying about power. You know, I stayed on the water probably about 19 or 20 hours over 2 days. And again, no signs of slowing down, no issues whatsoever. Everything seems fine. And I'm kind of recording this outro 1 week after I did all that fishing, and I didn't put them on charge or anything, and they're still really, really high. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna take a screenshot and I'll post it. They're still really, really high, really, really topped off. When we got them to a full charge, they were like 13.4 volts, 13.41, something like that. They're still showing 13.15, 13.2, and 13.09. So just an incredible value. And the reason it's taken me a week after the fact to finish up the video, because I was like, man, I really like these things. I really feel like I made a good investment. So I actually reached out to Enjoybot and I was like, hey, I'm making this video about your batteries and I really like them. I would like to be able to offer them at an even better value than what they already are. So they responded and they gave me a code to give you guys. JD20 will get you $20 off these Enjoybot 31 group size batteries. And so you can get them in even better value than what they already are. So I'm a big fan. I'm going to run these things and I have no reason to question them. I have no reason to be worried about them. The only thing I can't confirm is their longevity. How are they going to be in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, even a year? You know, so we'll have to check back in. One other thing I did buy though from them is this battery meter, and this will actually help me really get an exact percentage of how much battery is left. I haven't installed this yet. I think this will be good for another video maybe once I figure out how to lay this out in my bilge compartment. But you can use this this battery tester that they sell for about 50 or 60 bucks, I think. You can use this to stay dialed into the battery percentage even greater. I do wish these particular batteries that I have had Bluetooth, so I can download an app and view it that way. And they do offer batteries like that. These particular models that I have don't have that Bluetooth capability. So, but that's okay though. I can use my power pole charge app to kind of keep an eye on things. And we'll install this, you know, later down the road a little bit after I figure out how I want to lay it out in my bilge compartment. But in short, if you were wondering if should you take a chance on these batteries, yes, you should save yourself a ton of money and go for it. 100 amp hour batteries. I just, you know, I feel like I travel a lot. I'm all over the country fishing, and I feel like I don't have to worry about charging at a hotel anymore. I don't have to worry about you know, if it's 10 o'clock at night and I forgot to charge my boat up, charge my batteries up for the next day of fishing. I don't have to worry about it anymore. You know, I'm just a little more confident in my batteries now. So hopefully, I know this video's kind of long now, 25-30 minutes, but hopefully if you've watched the whole thing or skipped through it or whatever, hopefully I put you in a position to make a good decision on whether you should take a chance on them or not. I took a chance on them. I like them. I love them based on what I've seen so far, based on a couple of outings now, based on installing them and all the other things. I feel really good about them, and I think if you take a chance on them as well, I think you'll feel the same. I'm really happy with them, and so yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully I helped you make a good decision, and we'll see you next time.